Okay, let's talk about increment and decrement. To increment and decrement, we use a unary operator. That is an operator that binds with one single operand. And the operand in increment and decrement is always a number, a whole number or a floating point number. To increment and decrement, we use the symbols plus plus and minus minus. Plus plus to increment, minus minus to decrement. To increment, we use the symbol plus plus, which results in 1 being added to our operand. To decrement, we use the symbol minus minus, which results in the subtraction of 1 from our operand. We can pre and post increment and decrement. Pre before, post after. When we pre-increment a decrement, we put the symbol before the operand. When we post increment or decrement, we put the symbol after the operand. Here are some examples of pre and post increment and decrement. If we want to pre-increment a value I, we would write plus plus I. If we want to post-increment a value I, we write I plus plus. If we want to pre-decrement a value I, we write minus minus I. If we want to post-decrement a value I, we write I minus minus. Now it doesn't matter if you pre or post increment or decrement if you're not returning a value. That is, returning a value for storage. So the two lines minus minus A and A minus minus are functionally equivalent. The value A will be decremented, but no value is returned, so it doesn't matter if we pre or post decrement in this example. As the two lines that follow are also functionally equivalent, for int I equals 0, I less than 5 plus plus I is functionally equivalent to for int I equals 0, I less than 5 I plus plus, because we're not returning a value. It does not matter if we pre or post increment that value I. It does matter, pre or post, if we are returning a value. The two statements A equals minus minus B and A equals B minus minus are not functionally equivalent. They're not functionally equivalent. They will result in two different values being stored in A, because when I return a value, it matters if I pre or post increment and decrement. So let's see an example. Here I have an int A given a value of 1, an int B given a value of 0. We execute the line B equals plus plus A. The questions are, what is the value of B? What's the value of A? After execution of that line, B equals plus plus A. Here we have pre-incremented A. That means we have taken the value A, 1, increased it by 1, therefore A is equal to 2, and we've stored it back into the space B. So B has the value of 2. A has a value of 2. We took the action on A of increasing it and returned back that new value. Now let's look at this example. If I have an int A given a value of 1 and an int B given a value of 0, and we execute the line B equals A plus plus. The questions again are, what are the values of B and A? When we post increment or decrement, as we have here, we've post incremented. The value that is to be incremented or decremented is returned before the action is taken. So in this example, A, its original value of 1, is returned back and stored into B. A is then incremented. And so the value of B after the execution of this line is 1. The value of A after the execution of this line is 2. So we see there is a difference, pre and post, when we are returning a value. So in conclusion, we know that we can increment and decrement. We can do so pre and post. And that we must be mindful that the position of our increment or decrement, be it pre or post, does not matter if no value is returned, but it does matter if we are returning a value. Thank you.